Hello, hello, my lovely leaguers. My Guardians. Alright. So, I'm going to be starting, I don't know how many games I'll be doing it where I'm going to be discussing some champion select options. In this case, I've received the mid pick. I'll be selecting mid. What am I talking about? I'll be selecting, okay. So at this elo, we're all banning Yasuo. Unless, of course, someone wants to go Yasuo on our team. I'm going to give it to them. So here's the deal. If they select a jungler first, and I can counter that jungler, we're going to do it. We're going to punish them. But if they select all laners, then I'll have to go a jungler like Vi, or it just depends. We'll see how it goes. And I'll try to explain my reasoning behind that. It depends on who is going to on their team select first. If essentially, let's say we get first pick and top picks Fiora. Well, if they can, the best counter to Fiora is an AP. Galio AP is pretty good. Would be pretty good against them. Against Fiora, because AP essentially you would have to deviate from your normally scheduled program to get MR, which is off the beaten path of building things that will be very snowbally on a certain champion. Fiora is very snowbally, so it looks like the top will be picked first. Volibear. So it could be Volibear jungle, or it could be Volibear top. I'm not really sure. That pick's pretty good. I'm gonna guess that it's Volibear jungle. I think it. But should we really gamble that? Let's see what they pick next. Because if it's a Volibear jungle, then we can totally go Tryndamere jungle and just wreck their day. And what I'll do on Tryndamere, and I'm just gonna be, I would just be knocking over towers. That's what I would be doing. It is. It is. All right, here we go. Okay. So, Volibear jungle is not something that I know the matchup real well. So I don't fear the Volibear. He doesn't have a whole lot of burst. And as long as I would keep my my spinny attack, I can get away from him. So although my ability to duel, it's like who am I gonna duel against? Like Rumble can slow me, Volibear can slow me, Thresh can slow me. But Lucian is the only one that I feel comfortable dueling. And he can ult me and stuff like that. So I don't actually feel comfortable at all dueling any of these guys. And we're gonna change to Warwick. So I think that's the closest thing I have that would be a build for Tryndamere. So we're just gonna be concentrating on pushing lanes, getting towers, that sort of thing. Getting farm. We're gonna be the farm beast. And then we're just going to take a poo-poo on Volibear later on. So no team fighting for us because we stink at Tryndamere. We suck. Unless like they're super low, like one hit deaths. Hiya, hiya, hiya. We're gonna be mad farming. I feel a decent amount of confidence with the Blitzcrank setup. We definitely need like early game annoyance. We definitely need early game annoyance. We'll see how that Fiora handles the Rumble. Rumble will want to push the lane. El Rayo Volibear? What? 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 Right, so we're on this side. So actually, since I'm gonna do red first, actually. I'm gonna do red first because Fiora's gonna get pushed in anyway. Fiora's gonna be pushed in anyways, so Fiora can help me out with red. And then my pathing won't, like, I won't have to worry about Volibear. He has some potential to come in and kill me, but I'm not gonna let him have that potential. Okay. Do. Thank you very much, Fiora, for your help. So I'm gonna be taking this. I'll be taking that. Maybe I'll come top. Maybe I'll come top. I could do that. Alright, we'll be safe. I was gonna back anyway. Alright, so we're gonna get that item, and we're gonna wait. Watch out for Volibear in that. And we're gonna get a control word. On out. Right. The Volibear is still on that side. We're gonna try to counter jump. We're gonna try to steal his jungle, rather. Where you guys going? Alright. Scene here. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Alright. It's getting away with murder here. Alright, we're not gonna worry about scuttles. Oh boy. They're in for a world of hurt. Ah. Wow, Volibear, he's just wasting so much time. Really get this first. Nice, nice. Alright, we're gonna head back. Get our first item. Or our first, that item. That item! There we go. And another control word? I guess we don't... No, we don't need that. So Volley has been making some really bad mistakes. Like, he's shown, like, too many times, and he needs to, like, farm. So I'm gonna counter jungle him again because he just doesn't know what he's doing. The Volibear does not know what. I'm gonna save my spinny thing to get out of the situation. Use this so Volibear can't pop over. There's Volibear. Oh my dude. Oh my goodness, this dude. Corbiny making a beeline. Dragon. Here's the Volibear. Oh my goodness. Might have to pop ulti here. I don't think so though. Alright. Wow. Objectives just glory. Thank you. I'm gonna head back. Actually, I can get this. Maybe I'll have to use my ultimate here. Alright, now I'm gonna back. Wow, this Volibear. He does not know what he's doing. I'm just punishing him like nobody's business. We're gonna get some booties, head back out in the lane. Let's go top lane. Wow, there's Volibear. Nobody knows what he's doing. I'm gonna throw a ward right there. We're gonna hop over. Steal Volibear stuff. Warding right there. All right. So we're gonna put a reward right here for Ziggs. Right. We're gonna get some of Volley's stuff over here. Since he's just way overstaying. Let's see if we can get anything. Oh, no. No. Alright, we're gonna head back. We're gonna go for a, I guess, tier 2 boots. Yeah, let's get tier 2 boots. Then we'll get that item. Okay, so we could make a play down here if they stay for too long. Doesn't look like they're gonna. Doesn't look like they're. Yep. We're gonna grab his scuttles if we can. I think there's Volibear. Okay, my blue's about to be up. Give this to Ziggs. Those were nice. Okay. Pretty simple. All right. Just concentrating on need to get out. They might be distracted enough. Alright, they're not distracted. Okay, now I'm in trouble. Alright, that's fine. Rumble can kite me, that's one bad thing about them taking Rumble. But because they spend so much time dealing with me, Fiora was able to get top tower. We're gonna get this guy. We're gonna try to get that dragon. Fiora should have picked her items already. I don't think that's a good idea. Fiora's. Maybe if she can keep them busy. So they're gonna come after dragon. I'm gonna push Anivia to this side. Okay, we'll see what they can do. Yeah, they're not going to be able to do much because of the Rumble ult. I shouldn't have gone in there. Okay, Twitch should be doing something. Okay. So that was a bad call on my part. Definitely a bad call on my part, especially without ultimate up. Now they'll look to capitalize on my red over here. Let's see if my team gets it. Okay. Kind of dangerous of me, but I had to know. But yeah, the rumble is a big issue because he can slow me down. He can kite me. And he knows how to deal with me. So they're split up right now. Okay. Just gonna ignore that. Okay, we might be able to engage here. Okay, we can engage. Fine. Alright. So I'm gonna recall and try to go to the other side. Alright. We're gonna get more items that build into this. That's actually great. Okay. Now we have map presence. They have to respect that. Alright. Nice. Okay, she can get that. Now we have a little more presence on the map. I should go back. Oh, let's get that. Theo, can you word a bit? No. Okay, so this is dangerous because Aaron. As long as I'm aware of that they're not doing. Top lane is pushing, bottom lane is sort of pushing. We're gonna get that item. Then what are we gonna do next? Blade of the Rune King. Yeah, go for that. Sustain. Come on, come this way, Volley. Come on, you know you want to come this way, Volibear. Come on. There we go. We're going to scan it. Okay, we're gonna leave the area. Alright, we're going to push top a bit. A little risky. It is risky, so we're just gonna wait for a minute. Okay. So this will alleviate some pressure off of mid. Alright, so someone's gotta go get me. Go back. Alright. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we might be able to do this. Alright, we can't do it. Good job, good job. I'm just going to push lanes. Get there as soon as possible. Alright, I should be able to get this. Now they have to try to get that Baron, so they're under a lot of pressure. Okay, they got it. Now they gotta get back real quick. Just have to delay. Nice. Delayed them. Amazing. Took a lot from them. Got 2 towers. They got a Baron. I don't care. He's just popping his ultimate like a nut job. 800, huh? Okay, we'll sell that, and now we've got Blade of the Rune King. And clear waves like nobody's business. Oh, if the wave will let us through. There's another tower coming at you, boys. Yeah, thanks, man. I know. Now they constantly have to worry about my split pushing. Otherwise it could cost them big. My stuff is coming up. Okay, let's go back. Actually, let's push that top lane. What's that going on, man? Another turret coming down. Alright, so we're gonna be getting... Damn. Almost got him. But because of his ability to kite, they both have some ability to get me to kite. When they send 2 people after me, that means you'll be in a 4v3 fight with an advantage. With an advantage. Okay. Alright. Let's see what they can do. I gave him a sporting chance. Hey, alright. Oh, it looks like I gotta defend here. I'm coming, guys. I just had to defend the freaking base. Right. So I think my team have changed their attitude just a tiny bit. Alright, we're gonna sell that, and we're gonna get Guardian Angel. And the person who does the most damage to me is that Rumble. He causes the most trouble to me. I'm gonna be a split push. But pushing like a... Yeah, I know, guys. Thank you. Alright. That works for me. Thresh is out of commission. I'm gonna get my item there. The split pushing power of Tryndamere. What an evil champion. He's so evil. Okay, Baron buff is gone. Dragon will be soon, but we're not gonna be worrying too much about Dragon. We're gonna get Elixir of Wrath. We're gonna work on that inhib. Work on that inhib. Get to that inhib. That inhibitor is as good as mine. Like the smart thing to do is make sure Rumble is up here. If Rumble is not up here. Here's Rumble. Gonna get that for free. That should be game right there. Alright, fine. Excuse me, let me leave. Oh, oh, see you later, buddy. Get some health back. Still got my GA. This champion is absolutely retarded. Be continuing to change our position from Alright, that was a ton of damage. Alright, I'm not fighting that. I just want to end the game. Yes, thank you guys. That's an ace, that's the game. They can't stop us. That's the game. There you go! Right. So that's the retarded thing about Tryndamere. You don't have to team fight. Alright, so because I'm not that good at Tryndamere. Also, their team was doing pretty well in the beginning to mid game, and that can be sort of like, you know, because Volibear was able to help. Although Volibear tried to do his best in the early game, I don't think he was getting too much action. My CS is just out the window. I knew what to get. I knew how to end the game. I just got out of that battle. Like I can't fight as Tryndamere. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But you don't need a fight to be a. You can be as you can be so passive as a Tryndamere. Anyway. So yeah, there you go. Our team was like, "Where's Tryndamere? What are you doing, Tryndamere? Group Tryndamere. Blah blah blah." Wasn't my strategy. But the Volibear was he was helping his team a lot. I chunked him. Still didn't die. Oh! But I took him out of the fight. You don't have to go just bananas there. Thresh didn't follow up with the hook because he thought I would just obliterate him. But the Volibear being out of position like that with our whole team there, I mean, yeah, he was definitely out of position. I mean, even as a tank, like, you want to think about, like, I guess he was thinking about flanking from this side. Like, here's us, and he's gonna flank from this side. And that's where the brush was, and that's where I was. And I was just chunking him. Twitch was chunking him too. So, in the end, the devilishly handsome Tryndamere pulls out ahead. And this is one of the circumstances, like, normally you'll get punished for going like Tryndamere and a volley, but I feel like a Volibear has a... You can still kill the Tryndamere early on with a Volibear, but he is not as... He's not as, like... He's not as dangerous as, let's say, like a Lee Sin or a Vi or any early game champion that has that kill potential. And, you know, with Tryndamere, like, a lot of times if you realize that, you know, if your team ends up being behind, like we were, it will be a late game fight. But Tryndamere shines late game. So Volibear would have to do so much work to counter my CS and all that. Like, he's got 8 kills to my 4 kills, but no way does that amount to the amount of CS I accrued. I'm on par with our Twitch and their Lucian CS. But that's because of all the minion pushing, lane pushing. So yeah, in the end, I didn't even, you know, I pulled away from Baron. Volibear was too far up. He just got chunked, I suppose. And then I knew better. Once I couldn't get into the fight properly, I would just be like a sitting duck. I just went, I want to get out of that fight and see if I can get an inhib. And like, if we lose that, like, I feel like if we lost that, at least 2 of their guys would have been dead, and I would have gotten an inhibitor, and that would have been a fight, a fight that we would win. And then they would have to have an inhibitor issue, and we'd be able to contest Baron again. So with Tryndamere, you always got to worry about the dangerous split push, and because they lost that fight, we ended. Bam, the end. I was looking at those death timers and like, no way, they're done. That must have felt bad for them, because they're like, they were doing well, winning team fights and whatnot, and catching me out a couple of times, like Rumble and them. They're like, "Oh, get the Tryndamere. I can slow the Tryndamere. Let me stay behind." That's what Rumble was saying. All right, so let's do a little item analysis to see if there's any blatant yikes things. Let's see. Okay, I like the more Economicon thingy because of the health coming out from Volibear and his passive, so that's a good item to have on Ziggs. Let's see. Twitch looks like standard Twitch stuff. Fiora coming out with, yeah, you gotta believe in your Fiora, man. Like, she has almost full build, and she's got her Guardian Angel, and she's just a monster. Blitzcrank, I'm surprised he doesn't have a redemption. Like, what is this Iceborne Gauntlet stuff? Anyway, so I think that is a bit of a misplay. I think if he would have gone redemption, I think that would have been much better, instead of, you know, bursting people down a little bit. That would have been much better. So this itemization is a mistake in my opinion. This Lack of the Iron Solari to protect against all their AP, like that Rumble was down at the Dragon. I shouldn't have done that, and I paid for it big time when Rumble ulted us, and we just had no mobility down there. When Tryndamere is slowed, oh my goodness, look out. So they have a lot of slows. They have a lot of things that Tryndamere has to be afraid of. So that's why I didn't want to team fight so much. Not to mention I suck as Tryndamere team fighting. The Thresh, he's got Frozen Heart to reduce our attack speed champions, and that's good because most of our damage is going to come from attack speed champions. This is not. I don't think this is necessary, but it does help with Ziggs. But we're mostly comprised of AD damage. So if he got something that would help in terms of AD damage, although he already has that Frozen Heart, I think that would help him more. Okay, so she went health and damage. So I think that's a pretty good build, and it kind of shows in her KDA the fact that she can survive a lot and do a lot of damage, have a lot of survivability. I like that build. I guess that's how you build Anivia. I'm not really sure. The Rumble, you got Leandry's Torment. So really, their damage dealers are pretty thick with health items. Like, look at that, you know, Rylai's. So attacking them is not such a good idea. So they're all pretty healthy. It's just Lucian is the one who isn't healthy. And even him, he's got a Guardian Angel. So getting into fights would be really long and drawn out, and we were behind. And even one of our teammates said, we can't fight them, they're so far ahead. Okay, let's play around that. Like, let's move around, catch someone out, you know, do stuff like that. Rush Baron. I knew to pull away from Baron. I'm glad my team didn't fall apart there. Sure. But I knew pulling away from Baron was key right there. And then I had the correct frame. Well, I don't think I could have helped much in that team fight because I just don't know how to team fight with Tryndamere very much. I was able to slow Volibear down with my W though. I think I did. It was hard to see with all those animations going on. And finally, we get Lucian. He's got Blade of the Room King, but it's really not going to help on anyone but the Blitzcrank and maybe a little on Fiora because she's got the health from Black Cleaver. But overall, like, the Blade of the Room King is not that useful with our team because our team does more damage. The only people with a decent amount of health, and not even Blitzcrank, like, he doesn't even have very healthy items. So this is not all that useful. You know, it's because it's based on the damage is based on the target's health. Basic attacks deal 8% of the target's current health. So when you have a lot of health, it's chunking you. Sure. Then he's got a Scimitar. It removes crowd control. And that's to get rid of the Blitzcrank, I'm sure. And then the Black Cleaver to chop through armor. There's not too much armor going on here, so it's an interesting build. He might have done better with a more bursty, if you went, I don't know. Let's say Static Shiv. I think Static Shiv would have been a better choice for him. And maybe Runons. I don't know exactly how Lucian builds his stuff, but I think more burst would have been better because that's what we're packing. You know, we have burst, and he's got an item that it does offer some survivability too, and to get the Blitzcrank. But for the majority, it's burst against burst, and this effectiveness is really for tanks, slowing them down and then chunking them based on their health. So I think this Blitzcrank item, the Iceborne Gauntlets, could have been much more useful if it was a redemption, and then Blade of the Rune King, if it was like a Static Shiv, would offer more burst, because we don't have high health. That gives Blade of the Rune King the most use. So that's my opinion. Maybe that's not perfectly. Maybe that's correct. And Blade of the Rune King offers a lot of you know, maybe it offers more than, you know, those detractors about us having not as much health. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the jungle Tryndamere. Don't always jungle Tryndamere. Oh, but when I should have started that. I started out. I don't always jungle Tryndamere. But when the other jungler picks poorly. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't like when they picked Rumble, I knew Volibear was going to be in the jungle. And Volibear, in my opinion, just doesn't have a whole lot of kill potential. I just have to Q out of there, or W or E. I have to E out of there. That's why I just have to say the E. It's nothing like a Lee Sin where you have to like, oh no, I'm gonna really get dumped on. The Lee is gonna know what I'm doing. And not to mention that the Volibear, like, he was quite inefficient with his farming earlier on. I remember he was trying to get some early ganks that were working out, and he was just kind of like, what are you doing in the area still, you know? I went through his farm, I just blazed through farm. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I will see you guys next time. Hey-oh!